Hi guys, sorry about that, but finally the game loaded up and I was good to go, and it looks like XSplit decided to finally get cooperating with me. Today's replay that I decided to take is gonna be between Millennium's Dayshi in the lower right-hand corner of the map and AcerNerchio in the upper left. Both of these guys really sick, really. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn off the dialogue. In case you guys didn't already know, this is actually from the Acer TeamStory Cup. I don't want to bash either of these guys, but it's like I don't want to read the dialogue, guys. I don't know if you're joking or what. See, there it is. It's basically just a bunch of small talk, in my opinion, but it also basically ruins the theme for what's going on here. And Dayshi looks like perhaps he's gonna go for some standard play. I decided to go ahead and take this one because basically I don't know how else to say it. I mean, come on, after Korea, I want to say that Europe is capable of producing the world's sickest players en masse, and I've said this numerous times before. I highly believe it is the Slavic regions of Europe. That would be all the tiny countries between Russia and Central Europe, Germany, and so on and so forth. That really makes the sick players. Kas, Empire Beastie, Cutie. Nerchio in this game is from Poland. Gotta share that Polish pride, but I don't know. I guess the only reason why you could say Polish pride just came out of my mouth is because honestly, the only relic I have proving my ancestors' existence or descendants from Poland would have to be this old Polish cataclysm, which is some kind of a Christian-based religious relic, and it's written in Polish. Over 100 years old, 1888 is when it was published, and it's just you can see all the pages in it are browning. It's a relic. It'll go for something at auction, but I don't think it'll be, it couldn't honestly be more than $1,000, I think. It'll be a collector's item to anyone who's, perhaps what's the word I'm looking for? A historical, I don't know, a historical anthropologist or something of that nature, but it would definitely be worth something if it was still around, I don't know, 1,000 years from now. Anywho, enough about me, let's go back to the game because we do actually have, pretty notable stuff happening right here. Dayshi's gonna go and throw down a gas a little bit late. He didn't opt for the Reaper opening, but Nerchio went ahead and decided to start harvesting gas. He's gonna have enough for metabolic boost soon. Question is he gonna go with that, or is he gonna go with something, I don't know, clever, something silly? AcerNerchio, honestly, he's one of the highest rated players on TeamLiquid.net at any given time. Since things seem to be developing quite smoothly between both players, and of course, there's no real deviance just yet. Nothing really to point out just yet. I was just highlighting their openers a minute ago. What I'm going to tell you guys right now is I'm rather pleased to see the WCS NA Challenger qualifier results. I think there's 3 Chinese players and there's 1 player from Taiwan. I'm sorry if that statement upsets anyone, but I'm an esports caster. I'm not a politician. Anywho, yeah. Kind of forgive the awkward silence after that statement. Yo, I am Ian, top, Max said, and I don't know, was it XY? I think XY got into the losers group. I can't really think of, why exactly. Oh well. XY I remember seeing losing a group to another player. I just forget the guy's name. Quantic Center. Yeah. It was a TVT, I don't think it was all about lag, because honestly, TVT, if you're gonna go Marine tank, then it's all about your Marine count and your tank count. What we saw from center was mostly Hellbat tank, but yeah. Okay, so now we cut the chat because we actually see something significant happening. We see the tech up for Dayshi is actually going for a bio follow-up, and Nerchio is actually going for, I don't know, he's going for some forward pressure with these links. If they get in, that would be huge, and they do get in, and they're going to go straight for the mineral line. Stim is not ready, so it looks like the SCVs are actually going to suffer some losses while the Marines are trying to get their act together. And here we go. bunch of Lings coming down in the air into the natural. I'm thinking just perhaps this game could be over a little bit soon. No, oh my god, the Lings are... They're more than enough here to actually get a full surround on those Marines and do some damage. But, oh boy. Here we go. It looks like the planetary fortress is... Or, excuse me, the planetary fortress. The orbital command will be forced to lift off, but it hasn't. Oh my... I wonder what that's all about. He says lol, and Dayshi's just like, great, I have to deal with this. You are second in the end. XD. Well, let's go ahead and continue with this. Cut the dialogue for the time being. I have a few theories as to why I probably thought this replay would be longer than it actually is, but I don't know if it's going to be over. I don't know if it's, you know... I honestly don't know how long this replay lasts. What I can tell you is that by file size, it is 129.923 kilobytes in size. But, you know, typically when you're signaling that there are only 2 players in a game, that could mean as long as I want to say in this case it would be 20 to 25 minutes long, but given the fact that we have so many different observers, perhaps maybe it's also recording their perspectives in the game. Yeah, that would explain it. Just look at this. I got like 8 different perspectives to watch from. Funny thing is, there's a lot of lag, but yeah, let's just forget about that for now because we do have a bunch of roaches marching across the map, and AcerNerchio is just trying to, you know, he's putting on the hurt, really. The forgiving thing about roaches is I think they'll kill Hellions slower than what you would traditionally see from Lings. And like the problem is for Dayshi right here is he has no Marauders. He's just now cranking out his first one. The Hellions are gonna try and get some excellent positioning to kill these Lings. It looks like they will. And we see Dayshi in a position to hold. There we go. He does pull a couple of SCVs, no more get killed. So beautiful hold by Dayshi, especially given the fact that he had no Marauders. First Marauder just now popping out and didn't get actually rallied. Widow Mines, one gets destroyed, and another one gets it shot off on the Roach. The last hero Roach, he's like, my friends just got killed. I need reinforcements. And that is exactly what we see from AcerNerchio. I'm a little curious to see how this will develop. I mean, it's obvious. I don't want to say it's entirely obvious, but I want to say that it's going to be extremely difficult for Dayshi to really come back from this. Just look at the combat supply right now. I mean, if we see a lot more Marauders in production, then hell yes, I can see Dayshi not only pushing this back, but really making a comeback. But it looks like the Roaches are actually targeting down the only Marauder in the composition. That is exactly what they did. And actually, there's one more left behind. Oh man, and Dayshi's just going full out aggression with this attack. He's like, okay, well, you thought you were going to kill me? Well, I'm at least going to try and push back. It looks like some SCVs did get pulled along for the ride, and this little position will not be favorable for an engagement for Dayshi. He's going to have to... He's not going to stem back because, of course, he knows that he doesn't have enough HP left over. But behind this, we do see that Roach speed finished, and oh my god, the Widow Mine makes a sick connection, and with that we see Dayshi electing to engage. More SCVs getting pulled off the line, and it looks like we see a huge overhaul and pushback from Dayshi with a position to perhaps stem for the win. More Widow Mines burrowing at home, but the problem is there's an Overseer here. It does kind of get scattered away. One Widow Mine goes off. And there we go. Beautiful defense by Dayshi. But the question, the problem is he can't be on defense the entire game, and he's been on defense for a while. In fact, the whole reason why he has a natural right now is because the third orbital command that he threw down never got put in place, perhaps right here or perhaps right here as was originally intended. But now we just see nothing but a straight up Stefano-style Roach Remax from AcerNerchio. The supply difference is now 50-something altogether over the course of this game. 41 combat supply to 66 for Nerchio. We really need to see something besides SCVs getting pulled. We need to see more Marauders. We need to see more versus armored units buffs. And it looks like there's only a handful of units left here to defend. Here we go, Roaches going in, and oh, the sick connections from those Widow Mines. But the problem is there's not enough. Oh my god, he actually accidentally cranked out a, I'm sorry, if you will, he accidentally cranked out a Marine from his only barracks with the ability to produce Marauders, and there's going to be some more Marauders rather soon. Overseer trips 2 Widow Mines at the front. It looks like one of these might fall. Oh my god, and that was sick. How many kills did that one guy get? 2. Wow, not bad. And more Widow Mines trying to get good positioning, but it's just not quite working out. We see Dayshi in a slowly but surely painful way to die. The Overseer is going to come back, shut down these Widow Mines, and that is what's going to basically cause this game to come to a sudden and abrupt end. Just look at the Roaches. They're finally going to attack the Widow Mines. There's almost nothing here to defend with. He needs, and by he, I mean Dayshi, he really needs more tech labs on some of his barracks. I know he cannot afford to make them. It just takes so much time, but it's just one more thing that he needs that he doesn't have. He needs the ability to make multiple Marauders at the same time. Finally, the orbital command of the Natural is forced to lift off, and we see that the supply difference is now 40-something to 30-something, and this is a rather interesting. Behind all cranking out all of these Roaches, we see that Nerchio did not go for any Roach upgrades. In fact, he's only begun +1 Carapace just now. +1 melee is also in research. We do have a couple of Widow Mines down here, so I'm thinking maybe if they're lucky, they're gonna get some kills on these Roaches. But of course, we also have an Overseer coming in. And AcerNerchio applying salt to the wounds of Dayshi right now. Widow Mine goes off, and I'm thinking this may just be you know, a sick contain. Look at this. This is a 5 base Zerg to essentially a 1.5 base AcerNerchio. Excuse me, a 1.5 base Dayshi. It's just not pretty, guys. I mean, I don't know. Wait. What is this drone doing down here? Is he trying to take an expo here with that? It's not, but I mean, we just have AcerNerchio gearing up for essentially a long-ass contain and increasing his lead. Drone comes down here. Not sure what that's all about, but perhaps it was a misclick, perhaps just on a slight chance, but nah. And here we go. Everything is now coming out, and the kitchen sink from Dayshi. Main nearly mined dry, and he does this to finally throw his Natural back down. And behind this, do we see Lings coming in? Yes, we do. But to make this really complete, we're going to have to see Banelings, because in the current numbers that we see from Dayshi right now, there's really nothing else you need. But here we go. Final engagement. It looks like only 5 Marauders to handle all these Roaches, and the numbers are dwindling. SCVs get pulled, and there's just an increasingly dire supply gap for Dayshi. You know, I mean, as long as there's a chance, he's going to try and fight. But I mean, these are 2 European pros, guys. I can't really see Nerchio making a mistake that's going to cost him this game. Interesting to note that all the way up until this point in time, we have not seen concussive shells in research, but I want to say, you know, Dayshi, you know, versus this composition, he's doing a good job of pushing it back, cranking 3 SCVs out at a time. So it looks like with that he says, okay, well, I'm going to at least try and kill you, so come and get me. And, oh man, Dayshi's trying to make some 6 rounds, and he's probably going to get them. I mean, a Marauder's worst enemy is obviously Lings. They get 0 buffs versus Lings, and honestly, they're meant to kill Roaches, but here we go. The Roaches are finally backing the Marines and the Marauders into a corner, and I think with this we see Dayshi in a position where he can no longer defend. The income difference is absurd, really. There's no other word for it. I mean, just come on, guys. This is impossible for Dayshi to come back from. I wouldn't say, you know, physically or mentally, but I mean, definitely look at him right now. His will can't be broken. But at the same time, oh my god. He knows he's gonna try and not let his teammates down, but here we go. Crisis management skills. I wonder if he actually knew about these other bases that are out here. This one, then would he do anything about it? And with that, we see Dayshi finally call out GG. Okay, so if you guys liked what you saw here, just go ahead and click on the subscribe button. This has been Breaker. I'll see you guys next time.